16. The Dogs absolutely still in the hunt. 12th coming into the round. Percentage off 10th. The game and percentage off 7th. Hands on it first, the Dogs. And here's a man who's seen a lot of the football this year. Driving ball from McRae. Lloyd out the back. Little chance. Bailey Smith. First of the afternoon. No. Hasn't he been impressive since day
sort of wobbler through the middle of the ground. Here's an opportunity for Neville Jetta back into the Melbourne side. Umpire rules against him. McLean wheels and goes. Long ball, too much on it for Norton. Ground level ball, Richard snap. Great play, Dogs.
It is that forward stream now that if you get the ball coming through the middle, you want it directly towards goal, and that's where the Bulldogs were set up. And finish the work. Being efficient is super important in this modern day.
Advantage! Yeah.
They're away. The Dogs. Bonampelli. Easy for him, wasn't it? Oh, took him on a little relaxed. Brilliant by Salem. The little push and the nudge. The bomb. A second opportunity on the Hunter. Across the face. Oh, goodness gracious.
Any interference here, Lee, or did he?
I just pushed him enough to push him off the kick, really. It was, I think that was the, pushed him off the kick.
A bit of sideways slider to Duray. Told to go. Searching deep. Got a good 2-on-1 here and backing back into it. And doing it very nicely was Rourke Smith.
As he takes
a
his
real
shot.
Hair thing down at the Bulldogs at the moment. Having a look at Rourke. He's got a bit of Fabio about him. From 40. Good kick though. Great. Really nice.
Goals that can mean a little bit more to than others, but when you kick it from outside 50, Rourke Smith, and you could see the amount of Bulldogs numbers that got around him after kicking that goal. It was an important one for him.
Runs it. Still the Dogs a chance. Richards, little fumble. Just gathers again. Gives Bontempelli on the right. He's offline.
Much so that he's swallowed most of the oxygen here at Marvel. And he's really gasping for the odd bit of fresh air. Off hands. Comes to Dunkley. Got it inside, and the mark's taken by Shackey. One of the straightest kicks in the game as Bruce is still gasping.
It's a lovely little play by Shackey. And he just got he read the flight, read the kick just that bit better than Frost. But the way he tacked it in the air was really impressive.
11 goals, 3. He's always been a good kick. 11-3 this year. No problems at all. When he gets it, you can just count on him. Petrarca. Entertaining first quarter of football. Good crowd in on a Sunday afternoon at Marvel.
Won it by just the 1 point. Last 2 goals to the Demons, Lewis and Petrarca. So we start the second in the Dogs through McRae, as per normal. Moving forward, Lloyd found a home here at the ground. Has scored more. From right on 50. It's just going to fall short. Max Gawn gets in the right spot. Shackey will get pushed over by Frost.
Rather firmly now, which is a great decision by those here at Marvel and in the AFL. Crozier, good grab. They had to figure it out. A few board meetings, hey? Eventually got on top of it. So Bulldogs free here.
Advantage.
And you heard the call. No problems. Lloyd, who's become a real good goal kicker for him, gets his first.
Let's have a look at the advantage call, because did everyone stop, or was it just continuous play? No, everyone had stopped.
Lloyd didn't, though.
I mean, no, Lloyd didn't. Yeah, well, I guess Lloyd didn't stop. That's the trouble. Players play to the whistle.
Harms just went back with the flight, and Brayshaw looks proppy.
Yeah, he does. Interception almost there by Dunkley. Suckling, English combining on his favoured left hook. Got there purchased. He gets great length around the corner. Keeping it alive. Lloyd, bang, goal. Got it.
Couple of injuries for both sides. Toby McLean, we think this is where he's done the incident. He's got the tracksuit on, sitting up the back of the bench, as we see in shot. And also Gus Brayshaw coming off. He looks really proppy, like he's copped. No worries, Hamish.
Okay, Mitch Hannon. Little give, lock up, runs into trouble, tries to bustle his way through, but the tackle is strong.
Angus Brayshaw looked like the first.
Neil Bullen feeds it back. Lever on return. Second game of the year. Dangerous spot. Well done, English.
Jeez, he's impressive, isn't he?
Might have been Wood. Lewis. Back inside, Gawn. Bonampelli with a pulverising tackle on Max Gawn. Blimey, Mark. Bang, went through with it. Perfect execution.
Another play going down, as we said before, Bonampelli just standing on someone else's foot there, almost rolled the ankle. He's come off and headed straight down to the rooms.
Gary Zimmerman and Jakey Landsberger have had their hands full today.
Well, it's low inside 50s because both sides are a bit concerned of sort of kicking the ball long if they've got any other choice. I mean, if you've got a Norton to go to, but he's up on the wing. When they get forward and ready to go into the forward.
After playing yesterday, I've got no chance of even getting close today.
Run down by a desperate diving Dunkley. And he got him. Come from nowhere. That's beautiful to see. Sorry, Joel.
No.
Let's have a look at Bonampelli. I think we may have found what happened here to Bonampelli. Just there.
The twist inside the ankle a little.
On the left ankle.
Teammates, hopefully.
Have a look at the big fella here.
That's a block. Western Bulldogs.
Good.
Maybe you put the first hand into him is what he's saying.
Straight on block.
Let's listen.
I got the ball. Thank you. Time back on. That's rough craft, big boy. That's right.
Next score. Talking to the umpire there. So Dunkley now. We've had a Dunkley at the other end, and it's raining Dunkley goals.
Have a good look at this. Holds him off with one hand, hits it with the other one.
Off to McRae. McRae on the left just waits the kick, doesn't blast away. Hunter will kick from about 50. In fact, he won't at all. He'll give it off to Suckling. Maybe he will kick from about 50. In the end, he does. High up and under. How does it look? Umpire shuffles. Minor score, enough to give. The clock, I think, will win the day. And at half-time, the Bulldogs will lead by the same margin as they did at quarter time.
Those watching at home want to know. McLean gone with a hamstring. And as you can see, Bont out there to give it a go. Gone out of the middle with the first clearance of the second half. Good grab. Taken by Duray. Call by the umpire. High footy Richards. Gawn setting himself across the front. There's his direct opponent. Having a little ping.
Times they've played. Dogs led at both changes. Led by one at quarter time. Same margin at half. Two now. Little McRae genius. And it's got the fans excited. Commentators too. Dixon. Couple of kicks from home, Dixon. Always accurate. Can he find a chest here? Lloyd leads into space. Dixon puts it there. Score for the Dogs. Already has a couple. Just across the face, falling short. Dees will see it through. Bruce the man. Couple of flyers. Ricochet rebound. Shaki needed his right. Didn't like it. Gave it off to Lloyd. Lloyd to Dixon. Dixon to goal. Under pressure. Doesn't blemish. Looks for tall timber. English amongst it all. Jones just has his kick impeded. Shaki was the man that got in the right spot. Offhands again. Lloyd, a quick snap around the corner again. Offline, minor score. Hunter off the ground. English waits for it to settle. Did well. Read it well. Gave it off to Lloyd. His kick sweet to Shaki. Quick of mind to get the Dogs out to 11 points.
Except on the odd occasion. Having his first goal. High footy. Norton. He's the best in the comp at this. I think he's equal with contested marks with Tom Lynch before the round started. Dunkley through traffic. Little handball out. Bailey Smith dashing out. Little pirouette spin. Gave it back to Norton. Long left foot snap miss.
The sort of the more fashionable end of the ground. Dixon really clever over the top. Lipinski got ran down but got rid of the football. Dixon again, this time to Richards. Richards on his right boot. Rourke Smith flies, marks in front of Frost. And the Dogs can perhaps find a quick response.
That was well done.
Fabio.
Kicked it from here earlier on. I'll be backing him in from here.
Golden, your current player might work differently for you. So Rourke Smith has Joel Selwood's blessing.
There we go.
He knows best.
Look at this. This is an unusual customer. And nails it. He knew straight away.
I think he'd been playing in the 80s when the mullets were really big.
Yeah. He's applauded himself, and that's always a good sign you're
Forward
online.
of the ball, so going to be really hard for the Bulldogs.
Duray in the English and Bontempelli direction. And the latter stands tall. What a difference he makes for the Dogs when he's on the ground.
It looked like it was Oliver, and he just was too big for Oliver when it came to that big reach up.
Take a mark, go back and kick a goal.
I saw a sign walking in. Bontempelli, Italian for excellence.
Go down the line, finds a good opportunity with Dunkley. He too goes back inside, presenting here as Shackey, and he marks now. The man on the mark's at 51, but 53-metre kick. Pulled it a little bit. Falls just short. Frost went the spoil, end up taking the mark. The umpire's patience. Johannesson drilling high ball. Gorn's back. English in front, couldn't get it. Petrarca, Lipinski, Trengove muscles it out. Got one here to Lloyd. Lloyd around the body, missed. A little bit of space here. Richard's got to go. Siren sounds. Intriguing game that is starting to open up a little.
It's enough to think that they're going to play 3 or 4 really good finals. They're going to be struggling to get there enough. They've got to win today.
So here's Aaron Norton streaming out. An attempted goal. And it's not going to get there. Across the face, high ball. Who can do the aerial? Gone. Shackey was lurking.
Hunt does. Bouncing ball. Bontempelli. How brilliant was that? Took it cleanly, fended off, pushed Dunkley away, and then just went with his opposite side. Dixon followed the ball, did well. Lost his feet, gave it off. English. They're going to take it 2 through Lloyd. He squares up. And the man who's had a big afternoon can get the Dogs back in front. Plenty of support from his younger brother in game 2. Josh Dunkley gets the Dogs in front. Lead change number 6.
But Petrarca had a shot down the other end. Set shot, about the same degree of difficulty, but Dunkley made his. Petrarca missed. Makes an enormous difference.
Petty. High footy. Gorn's there being manoeuvred. How's Bailey Smith? Just with the hips.
Yep.
Just the big move on Max Gorn there. It was really well done.
And lovely ball over the top to English, who's run a long way. Outstanding kick from Eastonwood, and then English goes searching for Dixon. And the sharpshooter's got to be at his very best here. Man, Frith to have a look at it. Inside he goes. So Johannesson. 3 for the year. Won't add to it. Big fly from, was it Norton who flew? In the end, the Demons have got the numbers on the last line. This is going to be interesting. The umpire will give it back to the Dogs.
No. There. Thus this kick. Now Gorn, a juggler. Frost keeping it alive. Didn't want to give it to Oliver. In the end, he had, because he had someone hanging off his backside. And they fluff it.
Well, I'd be running away from it if I was Hunter, because he's a left footer. You'd reckon.
Left foot Nana. Here he is. Hunter. Got it working back, working back, goal!
So skillful, Lockie Hunter. He just went back and he had confidence in his own ability, didn't he?
I reckon if you're an opposition player, when Hunter's there lining up, you're thinking he will kick it rather than not. Lost. Lever, still Frost. Dixon chases Frost. Loops it over the top. Still in a dangerous spot, particularly when Bontempelli lurks. Dunkley, Duray. Now Bailey Smith. Bailey Smith extends the lead. The youngster's a star. And the Dogs are out to 16.
Your thoughts on this? Frost did rather well athletically, heading in the right direction here, Joel. Boundary, but then decided under pressure to come back inside.
Yeah, I can't. The Bulldogs must have set up the ground really well for him to be able to do that. But just the finishing work on the young kid, that's what impressed me. And the pressure that the Bulldogs have been putting on.
Meanwhile, Suckling
Almost
bullets the ball. Big fly too from Crozier. Super kick from Suckling. Chance for Shackey. Little one over the top. Pick up was clean from Lipinski. The give to Suckling. Suckling just needs to find a blue jumper by foot, and it's all over. He can't. Duray into the pocket to the lead to Johannesson. And you would think 30 seconds disappear here. Plus a score.
Flurry and Johannesson received.
Happy to mop up all of his 30 seconds. Won't be a score. Loose ball. Smith tackled by Brayshaw and Ping.
We have But I don't think so. Because guess what?
Not now.
After the siren, and the Western Bulldogs are going to win their third in a row. 4 of the last 5 weeks, and they play St Kilda next week. They are picking up some momentum here, the Dogs. That man there, Josh Dunkley, 39 touches of the footy today. Contested possessions, 24.